Hello and welcome. My name's Jessica Rose. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make some crystal cluster drop earrings. So they are a really lovely project. You can experiment, play around with it, make different lengths and different designs. But yeah, I really love this kind of jewelry making. It just creates really beautiful things that you can wear, make them for yourself or as part of a lovely jewelry business or as a present. So what we need today is some chain. So I've got a length of chain here and also some crystals. So I've chosen a design that I like and I'm using 3 of these sort of cornflower blue bicones. They're 4mm. Then I've got 4 of these darker kind of sapphire blue bicones. These are all crystals. They're 3mm. Then I've got these aqua ones that are also 3mm and some clear ones at the bottom, again 3mm. So I start with the bigger ones at the top and go down, and I quite like to do a gradient with these of different colours from sort of dark to light, although it's not exactly that today. And then I'm going to use some head pins. So I like to use these head pins a lot that have a ball on the end, but you can use flat head pins as well for this project. If you Google head pins for jewelry making, you'll be able to find lots of different designs to choose from. And I've also got an ear wire. You can learn how to make your own ear wire on our YouTube videos, or you can buy them and we're going to attach that at the end. We need a few pliers today. So I've got my plier set here. I've got some round nose pliers, which are used for making loops. I've got some side cutters for cutting the wires, my chain nose pliers, which are flat on the inside and pointed on the outside, and some flat nose pliers as well, which we probably don't need, but we just have them as part of the set. So let's get started. So to begin with, I'm going to start at the bottom. I've got a length of chain that is a bit longer than the length I'm going to end up with. So this is about 6.5 centimetres and my final design chain is about 4.5 centimetres. That's just so that I can hold it a bit more easily at the top, but I will cut it down at the end. So I'm going to take a head pin and take one of the beads to go right at the bottom, thread it on the head pin, and I'm going to grab my round nose pliers, place the head pin into the round nose pliers a little bit from the bottom. So we're going to create a loop and then we're going to wrap it around there. So we need a little bit of space for our wrap. So I'm just going to hold the bead and bend the wire at the top about 45-degree angle to the side. Then I'm going to lift this up and over around the pliers and just under there, just tuck it under there. We'll do this lots of times so you'll get the hang of this. And take it out the pliers and I'm going to thread it through the very bottom of my chain all the way to encase it in that loop there. Then I'm going to put it back into my round nose pliers so that I can close off that loop. So taking the tail wire, I'm going to bring it round once or twice around the bead just to get a nice tight wrap there. Then when I'm happy, I'm going to cut off the end if there's any excess. And using my chain nose pliers, I'm just going to tuck that sharp end in. So every time we cut, we always tuck the end in. Just very gently tuck that in. And that is my first bead done. And that technique that we've done there is all that we're using pretty much for the whole piece. So I'm going to show you a few more of those. I'm going to go up. So I've done that link there at the bottom. It's on that link. I'm going to skip a link. And then that third link is where I'm going to attach my next bead. So take my head pin, thread on my crystal, place it onto my round nose pliers, quite near the end of my round nose pliers because I just want a little loop. hold the crystal and bend the wire back about 45 degrees. Pull the wire round and under to just meet by that crystal there. Now I want to make sure I get the right link, so not the first one, not the second, because it's already got one on, not the second one, but the third one. I'm going to place it through. There we go. Make sure it goes into that loop. Pop my pliers back in and twist. And if you do find that your loops are all on one side, like this one's a bit towards the side, I'm just going to place my finger at the base, my nail, and just pull it up, and it's a bit more central. And then keep wrapping. And if you find that wrapping really hurts your fingers, or it just doesn't feel like you're getting good grip on it, you can use your pliers. And I'm just going in, cut off that excess. And I'll tuck that little end in. So I'll do one more, and then you essentially keep going with this exact same technique all the way up. So I've got my head pin, going to place on my bead, take my round nose pliers and just leave a little gap, hold the bead and twist back to get your angle, 45 degrees, wrap around all the way and under. Then I can thread it onto my chain. Just need to find the right link. So the link that I've just done, gonna not that one, skip a link, and it's the next one. Thread it all the way through. So that it's encapsulated in there. Then pop it back into my pliers. And I'm going to wrap. Keep that chain out of the way. Wrap once or twice. And if I find that my loop is to the side, I can just adjust it a little, just there. Once I'm happy with my wrap, I'm going to cut off that end bit there. And use my pliers to tuck that sharp end in. Don't worry about your nail varnish chipping. It happens. Okay, great. So we have 3 there, and I'm just going to keep going all the way up until I complete my design. So you can see my design here. I've got, like I mentioned at the beginning, 4 of the crystals, 4 of the aquas, 4 of the sapphires, and I've got 3 of these ones because they're a bit bigger. And then I'll show you how to attach the ear wire at the top. So I've now added on all of my beads and I've got to my top bead, and I'm going to attach my ear wire to the same chain link that my top bead is on. So I'm just going to find that here. And this is why I have a little bit extra, just because it's easier to hold it at this stage. But I'm going to be cutting that off in a moment. So I'm just going to thread it through that same link. It is a little bit fiddly. Sometimes it's easier on one side than the other. So I'm going to thread it all the way through and down so that it is encapsulated there. Then I'm just going to cut off my excess chain, making sure I don't cut off that loop that I'm using. And there we have it, our finished beautiful dangly earrings. And as I mentioned at the beginning, of course you can play around with this design like all of these projects, and you could use this same technique with the chain to make bracelets, necklaces, all sorts of things. You could also add more head pins and more beads on to create a more densely populated type of effect on your earrings too. So best of luck with making these. Do come and tag us in your makes. I would love to see what you've made. Come and share them with us over on the Jewellers Academy Facebook page or on Instagram. Tag us at Jewellers Academy. And if you like this video, give it a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for lots more videos and courses in jewellery making techniques and how to run a successful jewellery business. For full and comprehensive online courses in jewellery making, you can visit our website at jewellersacademy.com. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you on another video very soon. Bye for now.